Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on to paint a door hanger with you. It is Wood Pack Wednesday, and this is the very door hanger that we have available as our wood pack for today. So you are going to get this great big heart cut out, this clover, and a tag, and we're going to turn it all into a door hanger. This was similar to I believe it was a monthly kit or a kit that I had back in, like, I want to say it was around 2021, maybe 2022. Some of you might remember it, so if you do, let me know. This is just a bigger version, and the heart is kind of similar to the same shape as the heart before. It's just bigger, and it's a little more wide, a little wider, I should say. The original one was just skinnier, and it was not as big as this one. So, but you can paint this any way really that you want to. I am going to use the February paint pack to paint this up. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to paint it. And let me get the iPad going so that I can see the comments. Hey, Tina, how are you? I see. Sometimes I could see them right there, and sometimes I can't. So just give me 1 second while I get these up and going. All right, let's see. There we are. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna start by painting the, hey Carrie, how are you? From Miami. How is the weather over there in Miami? I am gonna paint the heart in 24K. That's what we're gonna paint the heart in. And these are in the online shop. I'm not sure what the quantity is looking like because the VIP club had access to them since this morning, and then they became available to everybody else. But so I didn't look to see where we're at as far as the quantity goes, but I don't think they're sold out. So I'm just gonna paint this in the 24K. And last night, I do want to say I did, you can kind of see it right there in the dough bowl, that bunny. I completely forgot to tell you guys how to get the transfers. I know most of you know, but if you were on my live last night and seen that bunny and you're wondering how you get those bunny transfers, all you have to do is comment stencil, and it will take you to, we'll send the link to your DM for Essential Stencil along with my coupon code. And right after that ended, I thought, oh my goodness, I wish there was a way to like undo it real quick and come back to the live. So if I forget, because that's happened before where I forget to tell you guys something, I'm like, oh my goodness, I completely forgot. But anyway, sorry about that, everybody. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Tammy. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. Hot. Carrie said it's hot there. Oh my goodness. It had been hot here. In case you didn't know, I am in Southern California. It had been hot here also up until last weekend, I think, and then our weather has kind of turned to some winter weather finally, because we haven't really had much winter weather this year at all. And I keep telling myself, do not complain about the cold. Do not complain about the cold. You've been wanting it to be cold, now it's cold. Don't complain. But I certainly am not. I know many of you were looking for heat, but I am not looking for heat. It gets way too hot here in the summer. Okay, so this is 24K, and it does have a metallic shimmer to it, which I love. Hey, Maria, Karen, this is the wood pack for Wednesday. Yes, this is Wednesday's wood pack that I am using. So if you want to get it, you can Oh, I didn't drop the link in here. I put it in the little chain link. Let me drop the link, you guys. I'm so sorry. I put it in the little chain link, but it's easier if I drop it in here. You can comment shop AFK and we'll send you the link to the online shop, which will take you to the home page. And I've put this on there, so it would be easier to find that way. But give me 1 second and I'll drop it in here. Okay. Hey, Linda, how are ya? Oh, Teresa made this kit. Yes, I was talking about that earlier, and I said, I know some of you are going to remember this, because it was a kit from, I want to say it was like 2021 or 2022. Okay, drop the link in. As soon as I see it, I'll pin it. Oh, Maria said they're supposed to have chilly weather also. Oh, there's the link. Hold on, let me pin it. Okay, I just pinned the link. Yes, you're the same over in Florida. 100 before you know it. Yes, same here. Oh, not looking forward to that. Oh, okay, Linda, I see. You said you ordered it, but you didn't realize it was so big. Yes, it is. It is a bigger one. I tried to put the measurements in the description. I don't always do it, but I think I did it for that one. I'm not 100% sure though. Hey, Tabitha, how are you? Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. Okay. So I am using 24K to base paint this. You know, this also is, let me see, Teresa, this was also in the woodworking group patterns. This was the bonus pattern. I had to think about that for last week. So you guys, the woodworkers do have this as the bonus pattern last week. So you've got the original kit and then you've got this one also for cutting out when you're ready to cut them out. Okay. Hey, Deb, how are you? Hi, Carol. Oh, I love that one, Maria. Oh, you still need to make it. I think you're talking about the big patriotic sunflower door hanger. I love that one. I'll probably bring that one back again. That one sold out last summer. I'll probably bring it back again this summer. I do love that one. I have, oh, I wonder where it went. Mine was back there on the wall. Okay, so I've got a good one coat on here of the 24K, so you can kind of see it. It's going to be shimmery. I'm going to love it. So we're going to let that dry, and we're going to paint our other two pieces while this is drying. Oh yes, work on it this weekend. That'll be fun. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we are going to put polka dots on that one because I really like the way that the original one turned out. So I'm going to paint polka dots on it. The original one I painted in gold nugget, and I'm pretty sure it was spruce. This one we're going to paint in 24K and army for the polka dots and the clover, and then I'm going to do this in vintage lace. All right, so we're going to use army. And then we're going to do polka dots in the army color also. Oh, Erin, yay, how exciting. I got a package, or well, I'd completely forgot about this, but like I needed another one, but I ordered a hat from the Refab Boutique, super cute. So, I seen a box in the yard and I thought it was my IOD package, and it was my hat. I mean, I'm excited about my hat, don't get me wrong, but I cannot wait to get those bunnies and crosses. And I got a couple other things coming also. I thought for sure it was that package and I was going to hop on live and show everybody, but it was my hat. So I cannot wait. And then I've got one that is on the way from Essential Stencil also, because I ordered more of the bunny transfers and I got a couple stencils. I had some stencils in my cart, I do this all the time, that I forgot to actually complete the order. So they're out of stock now. But when they restock them, I'll go back and get those. Hopefully they restock them. Okay. So this is the army green color, and it is in the February paint pack. Oh, definitely, Maria, post that when you get it done in the Made by Me Monday. Okay. And I'm going to paint this in vintage lace. I know I keep repeating myself, but I just want to make sure everybody knows what colors I'm using. Oh, you got the bunnies and crosses too. Yes, they're good. They are so cute. I put my trash can over here on this side and I'm just so used to automatically just throwing things right here as the trash can, but I moved it over here. There's just more space. And so I need to get used to going on this side for the trash. Okay, so we're also going to use vintage lace just to put some fun little details also. Okay. On the original one, I did like a pre-stain and distressed it, but I didn't do that on this one. Thought about it, but I didn't. I will do some distressing, but I just didn't do any of the pre-staining. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and get everything dry. It's colder out here, so stuff isn't drying all that quick. Hey, Diane, how are ya? Hello, Barb. Okay. And we'll dry this one also. We're just gonna get everything dried so we can start our details. You know what I should have done? I am gonna put glitter on this, and I should have done it while the paint was wet. That would make the most sense, but I'm gonna add a little bit more paint on here and see if it's too late. If it dries too quick, I could just add Mod Podge, but I would really like to be able to just put it right on the paint. And I'm gonna put the gold glitter. And then I'm gonna go ahead and shake it off. Ooh, that stuck pretty good. So then we'll get back to drying everything. It got a little bit of flakes on here also, but that's all right. It's just fine, and it goes everywhere. Oh, Joanne, that sounds yummy. Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. Oh, Tina, the videos are, if they are prior to February, like 18th of last year, they delete after 30 days. But on, I think, July 1st, they deleted all of my old stuff. So everything is gone. Depending what it is, I could have a video backed up. Could. That's very, there's a chance. It's depending what it is, it's not a good chance, but there's a chance. And, but I have pictures. So if you have a kit that's, you can't find a video from the past, you can email me. Or send me a private message and I'll get you a picture. I can drop my email. Email is probably the best way because I get a lot of private messages. Let me find the email address and I'll drop it in here so that, let's see. I just want to copy and paste it in here for you guys. Maybe. There we go. Select, there we go. Okay, that is my, if you have trouble or questions and, you know, pertaining to like your past kits and stuff, email me there. How many is too many? Well, just send them. You just have to be patient because it'll take me a little bit to, depending on how many you have, to go through and get you everything that you need. Oh, awesome. Karen got a heat gun and it came today. That is exciting. Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Just send me what you got and I will start working my way through it. You too, Donna. You could do the same thing. Videos for the things that were deleted we've been uploading those into the VIP club. So for those of you that are in the VIP club, things from 2025 are making their way over to the VIP club. So you guys can know that too. Oh yes, Maria, that's available. If you comment paint, it'll send you the link to the collection and then you can look. You can get the individual paint bottles and use the coupon codes for that. In that listing at the bottom, there's coupon codes when you buy the individual 2-ounce paint bottles. So you can use those for that. Okay. So it's got a little bit, I don't know that you can see that, but there's a little bit of fine gold glitter on there. It does have that metallic shimmer from the 24K, so I love that about it. But what we're gonna do next is use, I think I'll use this big pouncer thing from Dollar Tree, and we're gonna do some big polka dots on this. I wish I could do them bigger, but I think that's gonna have to do for now. The Valentine word sayings one that you love. The other one, I love that dragonfly one, Nancy. I want to get that. I need to go back and look at my order from this last time because I don't remember if I got it or not, because I seen it and I don't know if I seen it after I placed my order. I love that one though. It's so cute. I don't know how I missed that originally when it first came out. Okay, so we're just gonna get started getting polka dots on here and then kind of go from there. There we go. Okay. And they're not going to be necessarily perfect. I'm going to go back and fix them, definitely, but I just kind of want to get them on for starters. And then I'll go back and fix them and fill them in. You can kind of see how they're real spongy looking. Yes, this is the new, this is new. It's a revamp of a past kit from a handful of years ago, but it is Wood Pack Wednesday, so that is our wood pack for today. I have been doing on Wednesdays, Wood Pack Wednesday, in just a way to, you know, help with cost of things. So we're focusing more on wood packs just to help, you know, with the cost, because doing kits it makes them a lot more expensive. So this is what we're doing right now. Okay, and then we're gonna come over here. Let's see. Melissa Rose. Well, I have a little bit of a method. It doesn't always go the way that I like for it to, but what I try to do, and I think I learned this from my friend Beth, but I try to, especially like where I start out, I try to do them in almost a triangle shape. So there's 2 at the top and 1 at the bottom. And I don't know if you can kind of see that. You might not really be able to see it because these are so big, but I have 2 and then I'll go down here and do 1. So for example, I have 2 right here. So I'll put 1 right here. And then the same right here. I'll put 1 right here. Now I do try to put them off the edge on some. I just like the way that that looks when some of them look like they're hanging off the edge a little, like a half circle. I think I'll put a full one right here. And then it just, sometimes it looks like, okay, we need a little one right there. And then if it looks like I need one, you know, kind of pieced in somewhere, then I'll do that. So for example, I have 2 right here. I'm gonna go ahead, but I don't like them to look like 3 in a row, but see, sometimes that just happens. So we'll add 1 right here. And then I'll do 1 right here. Okay, so now I think what I need to do is just kind of go back in and fill it in. So fill in some of these polka dots that I've already done because they're real spongy looking. I know they are. Some of them do look like they are in straight lines, but that's all right. It just, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just kind of going back over it to fill in some of the spongy look. Hey Susan, how are you? Long time no see. How have you been? And then if they look a little oddly shaped, I'm able to kind of help reshape them with this little pouncer here. Yeah, they do look like they're in straight lines. Oh well, that's okay. We're gonna end up putting the clover over the center of it. Okay, I think we're pretty good as far as our polka dots go. Let's take a look. There, so you can kind of see what they're looking like. I know, Erin, doesn't it look so, I love this army green color on the 24K. It looks, I really, really like it. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side for just a little bit, let it kind of dry, and we're going to focus on our tag and our clover for just a little bit. Aw, thank you, Susan. That is so sweet, and I'm glad you're good. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so I just distressed this up a bit, and then I'm going to paint, we could actually use stencils also, but let me see what I have for the St. Patrick's words from Essential Stencil. Let me look at those real quick. Here they are. They might be all too big, but let's take a look. We've got, I usually just put high on it or something like that, but let's see here. Pot of gold, charm. Yeah, there's no hello or nothing like that on here. This one, nothing like that either. I'm just probably gonna paint high on there. I like that because it's just real simple and short, so we'll probably just stick with that. And I think I'll go ahead and use our army. Oops, I didn't need that much, but that's okay. Okay, so just a simple high, and let me see here. Okay, that looks good. And I think I will take, let's see. My little paint pen. And just add a few little details here. You can kind of see what that looks like. So we're gonna let that dry. Oops, I don't know why I tried to put the lid on this. That makes no sense. Oh goodness. I think I got sidetracked because I was looking at my clover thinking, what am I gonna do with the clover? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can wipe off any excess gold flakes here. So it does have quite a bit. I was able to wipe some of it off. Now we're left with this, and that should be good. What's gonna stick? Let's go ahead and just distress the edges a little. I should have used this. This would have been easier. So I'm going to do a little bit of details here too. So I'm just doing like some lines, a couple of dots. I'll show you in just a second here. Okay. Just a little bit of outlining. And then I'm going to make sure that that is dry. Hi, Gwen. Oh, that would be very cute, Julie. Yes. Luck or Lucky would be very cute. Or even Blessed. I know I have one somewhere that says Blessed. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was dry because I do want to take some of my ink and just ink this up a little. Just to give it a little bit of a grunged look. Okay, just kind of darkened it up a little bit. And then same thing here. Our high is still kind of wet, so I just want to be careful there. Okay, and then I need to get this dry because we're going to do a little bit of detailing on this also. So I just want to get all our polka dots dried. Okay. I think I'll try this one right here. So I want to be able to do just some little detail lines inside of our polka dots. So let's start in the center and kind of work our way out. Oh, that one's still a little wet. I'm gonna go up here to the top. Hi, Diane. Hello, Kathy. I hope you guys are doing good tonight. Okay, so there's what we've got for our little details on our polka dots. Next, I'm going to take, I don't know if that's big enough. Let me find like an end of a brush, maybe this one right here, because we're working with such a big surface here. So what I want to do is put like 3, 1, 2, 3. And I just realized, okay, I wanted to distress the edges a little, so that'll be fine right there. But before I get to putting any more on, let me go ahead and just do a little distressing. Oops, I kind of smeared that. Okay, I had to be real careful with it because I didn't want to smear anything that could be a little bit tacky still. And then I just want to grunge the edges a little. So I'm just using the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. Okay, so there it is, and I've started the little polka dots, kind of messed up one, but I think it'll be okay. We're just gonna see. We're gonna keep on going and then see how it does. Okay. I think what I'll do is see if I can go back over it a little. And I'm just doing 3 in random places, really. There's no, just kind of like where there's space to put them, really. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks good. So I do want to get those dry because now what we need to do is put it together. So I'll get them dry as best as I can. Hi, Mom. Hey, Barb. No worries. I hope you had a good small group. Oh, that's a good question about what I keep my stencils in. I have them in several places, actually. I've got a big tote right behind me that I have a bunch of them in, and I have a small tote for the smaller ones. And then my transfers, I've got in a couple different boxes also. I think my mom mentioned a box for one of them. But that one is sorted, for the transfers, is sorted out by seasons, but that's the only thing sorted out by seasons. The rest of them are just in a box, and then I just kind of look through them. But I've got a bunch of my transfers in one of the big boxes that kind of opens up almost like what you would get if you have a subscription box or something. They're all in there because they fit perfectly in this box. They actually I actually got one of my orders in the box with transfers, so I just kept that, and it's big enough for a bunch of my transfers, so I just have been keeping them all in there. It works perfect. So, all right, what I want to do is I want this guy to go right here. I probably didn't have to put so many polka dots. I probably should have put, oh goodness, that's okay. I probably should have put the clover on first and then kind of strategically did my polka dots around it, but that's all right. I think it'll be okay. What I'm gonna do is, I just don't want to smear those, is this is gonna go on here like so, and this tag is gonna go maybe like that, and then the tag will hang this way. So we need to drill a little hole for the tag because I'm going to use some jute rope, so we need to put some jute rope through there. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it with all the dots on it. Oh, Kathy, yes. Oh my goodness, yes, I have. It's terribly sad, and there's just, I don't know how much you guys hear that aren't from the West Coast side over here. I feel like it's all over social media right now, if you're watching it. Okay, there, I wasn't drilling properly. I was kind of at an angle, so I had to readjust. But yes, it's so sad. I certainly hope they do find her. Okay, so I'm going to drill holes in the top here because I did say this is going to be a door hanger. So I'm going to drill a hole just up here at the top of the heart, like right here and right here, so that this way we can use some wire to create a hanger for it. Okay. It'll give a chance for the things to kind of dry. And then let me grab a rusty bell, because I didn't grab a rusty bell. And let's see here. Oh, you have all the chalk couture stencils. Yeah, mine aren't. Hey, Jeanette, how are you? Mine aren't organized the best, but I mean, I like having them in a tote, so that's a start for me. Just having them in one big tote. Not real sure how to organize them in a tote, you know? Just because, I don't know. You can't really put like dividers in there, I don't think. Oh, Barb, yes. Is she, I don't really watch that show. Is she still on, or she's not on right now with all of this going on? I couldn't imagine. Okay, so I'm gonna wire it up. I decided to just go ahead and use this wire right here. So I'm just going to create some little curly cues right here on the... If it looks like I'm struggling, it's because I'm trying to be very careful with these polka dots because they're thick. So what happens is the top of it kind of creates a bubble, and that dries first, but the paint is still wet underneath because the way I put the dot on with the paintbrush, it puts a thick dot. And so the paint underneath is still wet and I don't want to smear it. That's what I did over here. I kind of smeared it a little bit. So I'm just trying to be careful, and it's creating me to be kind of awkward. She's on you right now with her. She's on me right now with her. Yeah. Aw, thank you, Susan. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I did want like a little curly cue right there, and then I'm going to put one right in this area here. The hanger is going to come over just like that. But I do like to have some right in this area, and then I'll put the Rusty Bell right there. So I do want to feed it through. There we go. And then we'll come over here to this side and then feed this through. There we go. That's pretty good. I like that like that. So I've got too much wire. I'm just going to cut this off. I don't need that much. And then we'll take this around the back and bring it through to the front, and then just curl it. Now you can always put something round inside and then just use it as a guide and wrap it around just like this, okay? And then there we have that. And I will be finding a piece of fabric or something that I can tie up there just to give a little bit of a bow, but we'll do that in a little bit. What we're gonna do next is put our shamrock on here. And we're gonna use some jute rope. Not sure how much I wanna use, because what I want to do is I want to wrap the jute rope around. Now I can, let's see here. I like to crisscross it like this, but I do want a bit of jute rope because I want it to look like it's wrapped. And I might come back once I decide how much jute rope I'm actually going to use. There we go. Okay, that's going to be too short for that side, but that's okay because I can at least wrap this side to see how much I'm going to use. And then it's kind of fallen off and apart right now, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that as soon as I see how much I'm going to use. Okay, I think I'll stop right there. I kind of like the clover like this. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to take my jute rope and find the center of it, kind of even it out. So I do have quite a bit here. I think I will go ahead and glue this down. So you can kind of see what it's going to look like on there. I personally wished I would not have put polka dots behind it because it kind of all blends together. I wish I would have put them around, but that's all right. I just wasn't thinking. At least if you make it, this way you'll know, maybe put your clover on and then do your polka dots. This way there isn't as many around the center as I have. So let's think. I think I'll use some of this Stick Fast. And then I'm just kind of putting it in the center. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Barb. Thank you, Susan. Okay. Alrighty, so then I've got my jute rope evened out, and then what I'm going to do is just come in back here around the back. And I kind of want it to go crisscrossed, just like this. But what we're going to want to do is see where it's going to land at, because we do want to put a little bit of hot glue there. And then I'll come this way and then wrap it. I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue along the back for now. Just to kind of try to get it glued down a bit. Oh, and you definitely want to put some on the sides because of the shape of the heart. The rope is having a tendency to want to pull down, and I don't want it to do that. So the only way to avoid that is to put glue on the sides here. And then I'll just kind of pull it back up. Okay. Now that we got it somewhat secured so that the rope will be secure, we can continue with wrapping it around. know if I can go one more, but we'll try. And then I'll end right in this area here. You see how I'm kind of bringing this over to here a little bit? That's because I want the tag to hang off over here. So I want to tie it off right around that area. So I'm kind of off to the, I think that's the left. So let's see if this will be long enough. Should be. Yeah, that's good. So we can go a little twist. Actually, maybe I'll feed this one through here, maybe. Let's see. Okay, and then we're gonna just tie this off into a bow. And I can always just kind of tie this in a knot and then like hot glue, like tie a little bow out of the jute rope if this doesn't tie properly, and then just hot glue it on there. I could do that too. In fact, I think I'm going to. I think that'll be the best bet. And then I can possibly use this right here. So let's just see. And then I can just hot glue that right there. And then depending how the tag hangs, I could hot glue that in place also, but it might hang okay. We're just gonna see. And then you can kind of see how that hangs. It would totally look better, I think, if I didn't have all those polka dots behind it, because I feel like the clover gets lost in those polka dots back there, but that's just because I got ahead of myself and I should have put the clover on first. So if you get this, just know to put the clover on and then do your polka dots around it. Okay, so I'm just looking for a green piece of fabric. Let's see what this will look like. Nope, that's too bright because I have the army green, so. Oh my word. Oh, some of these totes are hard to open. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. I like this one. So we're going to use this. Well, heck, I didn't mean to get that crazy with it. Okay, so I just cut a fairly wide piece, actually. This is probably, it's at least 3, maybe 4 inches wide. Yeah, it's about 3.5 inches wide. I try to go for about 3 inches. So 3.5 inches wide. And then I'm just gonna tie a knot. And it'll end up making it look kind of like a bow up here at the top. I could have also taken like some raffia and jute rope, but I got jute rope right there, so I'll just do this. This fabric right here, I have gotten this from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure they still have it too. I'm gonna see if that's too big. I don't know if I like it, but then I'm not sure if it's too big. Meaning just too long. Kick that over there. So there we have it. There is our, yeah, see if that starts hanging funny, I can glue it, but for now I feel like it's okay. This way we're just assured that it'll stay in one place. Thank you, Maria. This is an 18 gauge wire. It is called rebar tie wire, and it's a concrete supply actually. So you can find it like at Home Depot or any of those type of hardware stores that have concrete supplies. What I'm gonna do is, because I do get a lot of questions about that and a couple other things that I use from Home Depot. So I'll put like a little list together that'll have like the links for that all in one place, so it's easier for you guys to find and see what it is. I'll work on that. So there we have it. There it is. You can kind of see. It's just too bad that my poor little shamrock gets lost in the in all the polka dots because I put too many. I got crazy on the polka dots, but that is our door hanger. And you could definitely do lots of things with it. You could make your shamrock not stationary and switch it out and put something else there if you wanted to, you know, make this a door hanger for more than just St. Patrick's Day. Thank you, Bridget. Thanks, Gwen. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Hope you enjoyed this one. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and that'll be it for me this week, because tomorrow I'll be with the woodworkers and Friday we're going to the Great Junk Hunt. If somehow I'm able to go live earlier Friday, then I will, but if not, you guys enjoy your weekend and make it a good one. Let's see what's going on this weekend. I don't really know. I'll be doing the woodworking group, but anyway, you guys have a fantastic night. Here is our project one more time. They are on the online shop. You can either click the link that's pinned, and I did use the February paint pack, or you can comment shop AFK, and then that'll take you straight. We'll send the link to your DMs, and then that'll take you straight to the homepage of the online shop. So that is it for tonight, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.